Hello everybody, Gina and Clowny from Clowntown Paranormal. Today is October 25th, 2022. I'm doing a brief as I can recap of the investigation that we had 1 year ago. I want to give a big thanks to two Brothers Extreme Paranormal from Connecticut, Mike and Adam, for driving up here and helping me out with an investigation. They really helped me out a lot. So I downloaded the investigation, which we did on Instagram Live. So the full thing is on my Instagram page. But I did it on YouTube in 4 videos. So I'm going to briefly as I can sum up what happened. So Mike and Adam came over and we came into the room and we sat down, we hung out for maybe 30-40 minutes. Nothing was happening. And I'm like, of course, this place is like crazy. And then of course they come over and everybody's quiet. So I'm getting kind of discouraged. I don't know what, I feel bad. So I had a friend that sent Clowny a special gift in the mail. So I saved it for the investigation, knowing that if I gave her the toy, she would come to the meter if there wasn't any activity. So after about 45 minutes, no activity, I went and got the toy. So I came into the room holding the toy, and the ghost tube says, "I see you." And I thought she was talking to me, and I was like, "Oh, you see me, Clowny?" And she says, "Demon." So I was like, wow. So I walked over and gave Clowny the toy. Well, Clowny came to the meter as I thought, a little beep, 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 beep. She's very excited about her toy. And then the meter starts beeping constant, nonstop. So the meter from that point on beeped almost the entire time, which was about 3 hours. The meter barely stopped. So the meter's beeping, beeping, beeping. All their devices are going off. So that's when she told me that there was a demon in the room. So as we go through the investigation, we had ghost tube on, necrophonics, and the meters. And we were just listening to the different words that were coming out and everything that was going on. Basically, what was going on, in a nutshell, is there is or was, because I don't know if the spirit, the man in my house, I don't know if he's still here. I don't know if that was the demon. I don't know if there was a demon always in my house. I have no idea. I have tons of dolls all over my house. I'm an antique dealer. I bring in stuff all the time. So there could have been a spirit attached to anything in this house. So I have no idea where the bad spirits came from. But what I will tell you is I don't get scared. I'm not scared of anything that's going on. I actually have a pretty good understanding of what's going on. But it was very unnerving because there was definitely a demon here. There was definitely bad spirits. And Clowny was trying to protect me and trying to warn me. And the other spirits in the house were warning us about demons and the devil and all this stuff. At the same time, we're getting things like, they kept saying Mike's name. Mike, Mike, Mike. They started threatening Mike, telling them to get out. We got "get out of my house" on the ghost tube in capital letters at one point. We got "get out, all of you" in capital letters on the ghost tube at one point. That was really wild. It was like, "Get out, all of you." And I was like, wow. We also got "I hate dolls" twice. And that's when it started to kind of all come together. I've been in this house almost 10 years. There's always been a spirit here because somebody likes to play with my plants. I have 2 really big plants with a lot of leaves. There's no draft in here. I don't open the windows in here. And every once in a while, I'll look over and the leaves will be swinging. I've heard things move across the floor, stuff like that. But I never paid it any attention because, to be honest with you, I just didn't put 2 and 2 together. I don't know. I have, like I said, I got a lot of stuff in this house. I didn't want to freak myself out. Oh, I heard a noise, But what we determined with all the activity and everything, that there's a man in my house. A man passed away in my house in this corner, maybe about 20 years ago. His name was Mr. Hobbs. So I'm unclear if Mr. Hobbs was or is still here, if he was the one that doesn't like my dolls, or if it was a bad spirit that didn't like my dolls. I don't know where the demon came from. I have no idea. All I know is somebody hates my dolls. I think it's the man in the house that passed away in here, or somebody else that used to live here. When I moved in here, I had no dolls. Maybe, I don't even think I had 1. 10 years later, there's probably like 100 dolls in here. And Clowny has told me that there are other dolls here with spirits. So I'm bringing all these spirits into the house. The man got mad. When I bought Clowny in, everything just kind of hit the fan. So what I believe what started happening is the man in the house, or the spirit that didn't like my dolls, was trying to make me freaked out and trying to make me get rid of my dolls one by one. So I think in order of the strength of their spirit. So it started with Clowny. I don't know. I think Clowny herself was just making herself known when she ran across the screen on the FaceTime for the first time. It was so obvious, guys. There was no mistaking it. I was like, somebody's saying hello. This is bananas. And it was obvious to the person I was talking to as well. So I don't, but Clowny became known to me. And instead of me freaking out and getting rid of her, I went and got her a meter. It didn't work. So after that, right before the investigation, we did an Instagram Live, and I had a doll named Shirley here that has been here for years. And I believe Shirley was the second strongest spirit in the house. So Shirley was next. So we did a live. I brought Shirley into the camera. We determined what it was the flash on the phone. It was turning the flash on the phone on and off when I had Shirley in the screen. Shirley was also mentioned on GhostTube the day before, and a couple of my friends said that Shirley gave him a headache. So I got weirded out because at that point, I didn't know what the hell was going on in my house. I was under the belief that there was a bad spirit attached to one of these dolls, and I ended up giving Shirley back to her original owner, which actually worked out great. Anyway, when we were doing the investigation, they kept saying blue. And because we were asking, where is the doll with the demon? And it said blue twice, I think. So I have 2 dolls over here under a blue blanket. And so I think that her name is Sarah. And I believe that Sarah was the 3rd strongest spirit in here. And so he was trying to make us think that the evil doll was under the blue blanket. So that's what I think was happening. I think the man in the house doesn't like my dolls, and he was trying to make me get rid of them, which is wild. During the investigation, I believe that most of the time, Clowny was not at the meter. I don't think Clowny, the meter may have been beeping because she was warning me, but the numbers were so high and out of control, and they had an industrial EMF meter that it went to capacity, whatever the top number is. So those are not Clowny's numbers. Those I would associate with a demon or an evil entity that has that kind of energy. And to me, it wasn't not an intelligent spirit because of the way the numbers, it'd be like 20, 40, 80, 112, 3. Whereas when I speak with Clowny or any of the other intelligent spirits, the numbers go in sequence. You know, it'll be like 2, 3, 4, back down. And the numbers are relatively low. Clowny doesn't really ever go over like 6 or 7 or 8. It's probably the highest that clown goes. So we had evil spirits here. Don't know if they were in my house. Don't know where they came from. Man in the house don't like my dolls. They're trying to tell us to get out. So basically, that's what happened during the investigation. A year later today, I can tell you that the house is extremely calm. Everything has calmed down. I've now started uploading the footage. I have a lot of footage from the past year that I didn't work with yet because I was trying to finish the investigation videos. I've got a couple videos of, I believe, a bad spirit came. So maybe like once every couple weeks, the meter would start beeping, beep, 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 beep. I believe that was a bad spirit. I believe that over time, Clowny got rid of the bad spirits in here. The meter activity has gone down. She is here. I use my dowsing rod. She sits in different parts of the room. She's not always with the clown. She'll be in other parts of the room, but she's always here, and she's always protecting me and watching me. I've gotten multiple readings from my friends that have abilities, also some other mediums that told me that no one has said anything bad about Clown. They said Clowny is a good spirit, and all of them basically said that Clowny is protecting me and protecting the house. And I truly, with all of my heart, believe that Clowny is protecting me and protecting this house. The escalation stopped. The footsteps stopped. A lot of the evil words have stopped. The crazy beeping, that hasn't happened in months and months and months. It's just calmed down. It was escalating at one point right before I got rid of Shirley. So I don't know if that was Shirley. Somebody blew on my neck. I was hearing footsteps, rustling paper, things moving. But all of that quieted down. And I truly believe that Clowny is protecting me. And she says things like that on the ghost tube. She'll say watching, protect. You know, she says things like that. So it's been a wild ride. And we are getting ready to do the Warrens Paracon at Mohegan Sun this Saturday. And we are pretty excited about it. We're going to have an awesome booth. We're going to have t-shirts, stickers, and a photo booth. And you can come take a cool picture with Clowny and meet Clowny. And maybe she'll say hi to you. You never know. But I thank you for tuning in. And stay tuned for more videos.